Hey, what's going on, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint. I'm just taking a look at some footage that my man Ben sent me from Singapore from the SGTCC 2018. A lot of statues that you guys have seen before, but it's my first time really getting to give you my input on it. Plus, there's some other new reveals in here as well. So take a look. I hope you enjoy the footage. First up is Cyclops. Cyclops comes with two different options, like body options. This is the regular one where he's facing straight forward. The second one is a torso that's looking up in the sky, but smaller footprint with this base, just kind of like a rock base. Light up visor on Cyclops. I got this one on pre-order. I think it's dope. It's way better than the last quarter scale Cyclops that we've seen. Gambit, which is a con exclusive. I got this one on pre-order as well. I really like it. I like the purple energy effect with the cards. I like that his jacket is sculpted. Got a little bit of a Sentinel base there, but again, a smaller footprint from this X-Men line so that the shipping costs aren't too crazy. Scope looks really good. Excited for this one to come in, man. Let's see here. This is just one of the portraits with the longer hair. I like the shorter hair one better, to be honest. My man got that 12 pack going on. Portrait looks good though, man. It's got the staff going on. A lot of people weren't crazy about the pose, but it never bothered me. I liked it. And you got Omega Red. Omega Red is a dope looking piece, man. A smaller footprint again. Sculpt is cool. Got some good shading on the red parts there, and you got a different kind of base. You got the ice on the base there. It's kind of like from his origin, chronologically frozen or cryogenically frozen, whatever. Chronologically, his tentacles look cool. His portraits look good. I always thought they should have had his hair a little bit more blondish and not so much white. But the white skin looks cool too, man. It's definitely a cool piece. Omega Red. Got some little nozzles and dials on the base. Here goes Iceman with a Sentinel Danger Room base. A lot of people are really into this piece. Really, I was never into it. I'm not sure what's going on with the paint job there, if that's translucent. The base is cool. I like how that Danger Room thing is like Matrix looking and breaking up as the Sentinel part is formed. But I'm just not really a fan of the paint on Iceman himself, man. I don't know what's going on with it. I would imagine it's hard to do a good paint job on Iceman, but I don't know. This one just kind of looks like plasticky, right? We're going to have to see if they make any tweaks on it. But it's an interesting design for sure, man. This is my baby. I got this one on pre-order. It should be shipping pretty soon. The Dark Phoenix, and this is my favorite portrait, the one where she has fire in her hair. It's crazy, man. I like it that it's not a super wide piece at the base either. And the fire reminds me of like the Ghost Rider XM statue. The costume I love everything about it. The painting, the sculpting, the shading, the big phoenix in the back. I love that. I'm going to have it next to my regular Phoenix from XM. This is the Dark Phoenix. That portrait is sick. I love the whited out eyes. You got flames going around the arms. This is like, I'm most excited for this piece to come in this year. It should be by the end of the year. I'm talking right now, it's like early in September. It should be like by November, I think. But I love this piece, man. No, Phoenix is crazy. Okay, so it connects on that back flame. All right, cool. Here goes Mystique, man. I definitely like this Mystique as well. I liked it better than the Sideshow one, even though they're very similar. I wish they had a switch out that would display her power a little bit more. Like Sideshow did that with an X-23 arm. But I'm surprised XM didn't do that because they're like the king of having a bunch of switch outs, you know? So I don't know. They could have did some kind of morphing head or something, man. I don't know. Even though if the body had like the scales flipping like on the movies. But it's still a good looking Mystique. I don't have this one on order yet, but I'm thinking about getting this one after some of the earlier ones come in. I like how she's leaning up against the Xavier School emblem. White Magneto. This piece is really impressive because they played with like a 3D aspect with this missile. How it looks like it's floating in the air. And the base is really elaborate. This is before they kind of went with the smaller footprint X-Men bases. So you can see it's got a lot going on with all the metal. The only thing for me is I don't really want multiple Magnetos, and to have a white suit Magneto, I didn't really need that. But look, he looks like he's floating, which is really cool. I wonder if somebody would custom paint this with the red costume. That would be pretty sick. But I got the Magneto on throne piece, so I don't really need another one. But it looks good. The helmet looks good. His face looks menacing. Again, here's the 3D missile effect, which is a really cool idea. They use the base to propel it up there. Got some Professor X to the left of him. We'll get some shots of that one later. Yeah, we got the pipes and everything. Looks good, man. It does look good. With floating feet. I don't even know how he's attached. So they placed, there's two versions of Professor X. This is the one with the more classic chair next to the Magneto on throne. It looks a little bit bigger than Magneto. I guess the Magneto on throne is kind of like almost a 1/5 scale. It's not as big as a quarter scale as most pieces. Also, the Professor X is lifted up on this base more. Personally, I like the hover chair one that we're going to see next. The thing with this one is that it comes with the Magneto helmet, which is a bonus, and it's all like battle damaged. But yeah, I mean, for an X-Men collector, I mean, you're not going to get another Professor X, so one of these two XM pieces is going to be it. They got a lot of good detail in the clothing, and I know it has different textures. Yeah, you can kind of see the textures in those pants now. Got the crease there. Representing with that X belt. Yeah, but I prefer the next one we're about to see. Trying to zoom in and get them textures looking good. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You got good wrinkles in the sleeves there. Now this one is more me. 90s kind of Jim Lee looking in the hover chair. Less looking at just a regular guy in clothes. You got this this crazy chair. You got Cerebro. The pose is a little bit more dynamic as far as using his powers. I think this one's the way to go. I would be displaying it in a Besta next to Magneto. So I think it won't look as out of scale when it's like that. Hopefully we get a side shot here. I wonder if his legs are really in there, or how they even set that up. Well, he has a different color tie, right? Red tie. Better for the contrast. The paint looks fine to me. I guess that yellowish, goldish paint on the chair. Here goes Storm. I have this one on order. This is still the early one where they hadn't connected the cape to the wrists. And they changed that based on feedback from the community. So that's what caused the delay on this. This one should be out this year as well, man. But I really like this Storm piece. You know, you got a cool little whirlwind, weather related. You know, anytime the base showcases their powers, I think that's a plus, right? So she's making a tornado or whatever. She's got the white and gold costume. I think she looks really good. The sculpt is crazy. I like the whited out eyes. The hair looks good. Need some more females up in the Gempire. So Storm, Dark Phoenix, Mystique, Scarlet Witch from yesterday. So here's a new line. This is a 1/7 scale. So it's kind of like, okay, you guys want smaller bases for the quarter scale pieces? Boom, we're going to make these 1/7 scale pieces with more elaborate bases. So this Juggernaut is busting out of the Xavier school, and you got the wood and everything all being destroyed, like he just exploded out of it. Now, I heard that it was a rush job for the paint, because, yeah, I don't personally like how the helmet is that much different of a color than the costume. So I think they just wanted to get it painted up really quick for the show. Personally, I'm not going to be in on the 1/7 scale. I like to keep it quarter scale. So I'm going to pass on it, but I like the experimentation of what they're doing, because they were the king of elaborate bases. So to dial it down on the quarter scale was probably like, you know, hindering their creativity. We got Juggernaut, Kane Marco, stepbrother of Professor X. Very dynamic. Next to it is a piece that I think this is a new reveal, man, from that 1/7 scale of Spider-Man coming out of like a smoky explosion. I don't know what that's behind him, if that's supposed to be a spider slayer. But this one is still really rough. Like the seams are not even, whatever you call it, hidden. It's very rough. Almost just like a concept, really. Because you could even see like the details in Spider-Man are not even there. But it's really all base, and he's just poked out the front, right? Kind of hard to tell what's going on with this one being unpainted, but cool to see something new. Must be a Spider Slayer, right? But, yeah. I'm not going to be in on this line, but, you know, cool to see it. A lot of pieces on that one. I don't know if that's how it would be in the final release. Probably not. Man, here's the one that got away. So Moon Knight was one of the first pieces to have the made-to-order option that I keep talking about. See, now I want to order this piece, and I can't. The pre-order is closed. I'm going to have to buy this on the aftermarket. And I think it's a really, really good-looking piece. This is just one of the heads that has, like, that Assassin's Creed type bird beak mask. He has a couple different heads, more traditional Moon Knight, but I think it's a really cool statue. Even though it's a all white costume, they made it dirty and weathered, and he has a couple switch out arms with weapons too. The contrast on the color of the base with that bronze-ish kind of building look looks really good. Man, I really want to try to pick up this piece, man. I think it'd go good with like the Sideshow Daredevil and Elektra and the Iron Studios Punisher that I got coming in. The pose I really like. Those weapons are dope. This is another one that I'm really excited for, man. The Scorpion. This should release this year as well. Now, Scorpion has a couple different options. Like, this face is the more modern face, but the classic one's the one I prefer. Smaller base, but it's still got a lot going on with the fence and the rocks, and he's perched up on top of it. The tail is really impressive. You know, this face, I like this head too, man. He's got like those bees, the bee type eyes, insect looking eyes. There goes the tail. Now, I don't remember if they had a switch out tail as well. I think there is maybe a switch out tail that matches the classic portrait. But see, this one I did order. It closed the same time as Moon Knight, so at least I got this one in to go in my Spidey Villains line. And so I'm happy that I snagged this up. I think there's only like 250 being made of this piece. It's super low edition size, man. Same with Moon Knight. That's great. That's a great piece. I can't wait to get this one in and do a review for it. Look, I'm next to Mysterio. So this one, my man messed up and didn't have the camera landscape, but this is the new revamped Spider-Man. So they've been working on this one for a while. They made the base smaller to try to go with those, you know, smaller theme bases like I was talking about. But this one is cool. Like, he has a switch out head with a battle damaged mask where like half of his face is out. Here goes the 1/3 scale Predator. Man, the Predator and Alien make me really want to jump into this new line because I really love how much details involved in these. And I like how it has its own little stand for that mask. That's a good idea. All the different skulls from the different races. Really tells a story. The pain in the mouth is crazy. I really like this Predator piece, man. Dang. Temptation. There's a mug. Love it. I think it's 1/3 scale. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I remember it was expensive. And then this new Alien. So this one is recently revealed to companion the Predator, and it's really impressive as well, man. She's stepping out of a hive of other aliens. She's walking over this one's head right here. Base is all biomechanical, looking like the Aliens franchise. I really like it, man. And for 1/3 scale and as dynamic as it is, that's crazy. I don't know. It's a big investment for these two pieces, man, and they would really kind of be their own little niche in the house, you know. But I really like them. We'll see what happens. Base is crazy though. I like it a lot. There we go. Focused in. All right, there you have it. That's day 2 of the Singapore Toy Game and Comic Convention 2018. A lot of pieces that I have on order there that I can't wait to get, man. Cyclops, Gambit, Dark Phoenix, Storm, Scorpion, and a lot of other pieces that I'm going to try to get a hold of. If you're trying to get a hold of any of these pieces that the pre-order window is still open, email me at gemmintc@gmail.com and I can put you in contact with my connect there so you can get these things at retail price. Make sure to hit me a like on the way out. Drop me a comment. Which pieces did you like during the convention? I don't know if I'm going to get any more footage of like a day 3. We'll see what he's able to get. I know that Batman 1/6 diorama I didn't have any footage of. The Transformer stuff. So he's been working hard for me, man. Let me see if I can get any more out of him. But in the meantime, thanks for checking it out. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Comic-Con footage. I'm personally going to be at New York Comic-Con getting a look at XM's DC stuff and the new Sideshow stuff. So make sure to stay tuned. Stay minty. Peace.